Hello guys, what's up? My name is Siti Hafifah and today I'm going to present to you my work, a formalist stylistics analysis of the poem The Cry of the Children, written by Elizabeth Browning. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Cry of the Children, Elizabeth Browning's influential poem, was written in response to the dire state of child labor in Britain during the Victorian era. It examines children's manual labor forced upon them by their exploiters. The poem was a powerful and moving protest against the cruelty and injustice of such a system back then. The poem encourages the reader to put themselves in that position to better understand how intense the conditions were. Regarding to that, the objective of this paper is to analyze the poem The Cry of the Children using
Formalist stylistics approach based on Jacobson's question guidelines to find out the literariness and the defamiliarization of the work.
As the main focus of this paper is the literariness which is achieved by defamiliarization, this paper will base its analysis by the questions that can be applied to the analysis of literary work, where the ultimate aim is to approach meaning through several aspects of the form. Here are the questions. Let's get to the first question. That is, how is the work structured or organized? What is the work's plot? So, hereby I have already charted the plot. So, for the exposition here, we can see the stanza number 1, 2, and 3. They go flat as the poet only introduced the characters. The rising action starts from the stanza number 4, and starting from the stanza number 5 up to 8, they are included into the climax. And the most peak of the stanza is the stanza number 8. And then the diagram goes falling, starting from the stanza number 9 and till the rest of them. So the theme is that the struggle to speak up to confront to such cruel and terrible facts or reality. It is the constant theme in the poem. And to confront such oppression of the factory and the plight of the children. And the theme of The Cry of the Children is then an arousing concern about child labor, and hence lingers with the idea whether adults would have liked to see themselves in similar situations. How are the parts of the work related to one another? So the parts of the work related to one another by the means of the rhyme, especially alliteration and assonance. This poem itself has actually 13 stanzas. Each stanza of the poem consists of at least a set of assonance and more than 1 or 4 to 5 sets of alliteration. Stanza 1 to 3 as samples of the analysis. Yep, this is stanza number 1. We can see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of alliteration and 1 set of assonance. Here goes the same with the next stanza, which is stanza number 2. We can see 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of alliteration and 1 set of assonance. And the last one is this. The assonance here, even if they are in 2 sets, they are same. They are the same kind of assonance. We can see the assonance sound E in different sets of words. So the poet acts as a speaker as she speaks before people. The poet uses an active voice. In this poem, we can conclude that the addresser is the poet. And the addressee of the poem is represented by the second person pronoun you and oh my brothers. For all the comments an addresser makes, the listeners, oh my brothers, do not reply at all. And the communication, therefore, is one way. Consequently, the addressee and addresser do not use any word, phrase, or sentence to question the appropriateness of the medium of their communication. This is here, starting by but, and but is actually a conjunction, and it is to It functions to connect another independent sentence and to continue or prolong the communication situation. And the poet is the character who struggles to convey their voice or someone's voice to the people who seem not dare to or just remain those terrible facts behind. Let's get to the next question, that is, what is the setting of the work and how is the setting related to what we know of the characters and their actions? So the setting here is in the factory, proven by the properties and characteristics mentioned, such as iron tools, and then coal fuels, stifling and dark smoke, to emphasize the fact of the children as the factory's labor and to visualize that the atmosphere inside must be faced by the children is very exhausting, proven by these sentences like the cold shadows, burden tiring, the cold dark underground, the wheels of iron, and then the wheels are droning, turning, the iron wheels are droning, and then cold metallic motion. Next question, who are the major and minor characters? What do they represent? And how do they relate to one another? So the major character here is the poet. The minor characters are the brothers and the children. So the major character represents someone who was moved to try to open the horizons for the people, before the people, and give a picture of reality after all this time observing how difficult the children in the factory are. And then the brothers represent fellow adults in our society who seem to close their eyes and do not want to speak up about those cruel facts. And the children are what the poet discussed with the brothers or the society. What kind of language does the author use in literary work? The first one is repetition, the next one is paradox, and the last one is simile. Do you hear the children weeping, oh my brothers? We can find them in the line 1 and in the line 133, and it functions to remind the reader how desperate the children are. And then we can also see the next sentence, which is that, the next clause, the next subordinate clause, that we die before our time. We can find it in the line 38 and in the line 52. So it functions to remind the readers that they agree and will feel better if they die earlier. So the first sentence functions to show that they are agree with the fact. True, say the children, it may happen that we die before our time. And the second one functions to show their admiration if it really happens. It is good when it happens, say the children, that we die before our time. This is useful to convey the message that children or youngsters are not justified to be forced and should still be playing and not be forced to do heavy activities like adults. Strangers speaking at the door. Is it likely God with angels singing around him? She compares the strangers to as the creator or miracle that comes to take their lives, which in their point of view, dying earlier is better. Supporting or emphasizing line 51 to 52, it is good when it happens, say the children, that we die before our time, just right. The next one is up to heaven, dark with like turning clouds are all we find. Yeah, she compares heaven to some kind of industrial appliances or equipments or material, i.e. iron, the smoke of coal, etc., as they do not any longer believe in God and superficial beliefs to lean upon. And the last line is, her grave is shapen like a snowball in the rhyme. Actually, the word rhyme here can stand for more than one meaning, and as its position of being noun, it can mean as a bits of snow, rhyme, or a certain action which is done by many people simultaneously, e.g. mass burial. Like, the point is that their bodies will be buried arbitrarily as they are unimportant, but that death is better for them. And as the line before, they can see that their fellow friend's little Alice has died, and her grave is shapen like a snowball in the rhyme.
Okay guys, that wraps up all of my presentation for today. Keep being productive by working at home, and thank you guys for watching. See you on another chance. Bye guys!